Welcome back. Thank you for staying with us. You're watching WION The World is One. This is Speed News. I'm Kripa. Let's begin. Preliminary investigation into the shooting at the White House press dinner suggests that the gunman planned to assassinate U.S. President Donald Trump and multiple top officials. In an interview, acting U.S. Attorney General Todd Blanche said that the initial investigation and searches of the shooter's electronic devices suggests the shooter was targeting members of the Trump administration. Blanche added that no further motive was known for the attack. He confirmed the suspect was staying at the Washington Hilton Hotel, where the black-tie dinner was held, adding that agencies were investigating how he took those firearms inside the hotel. Reporters say the shooter's guns were purchased legally. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt has also said that the shooter sought to assassinate Trump and kill as many top administration officials as possible. The Justice Department is pushing to dismiss a lawsuit blocking President Donald Trump's $400 million White House Ballroom project. Acting Attorney General Todd Blanche cites a shooting at the White House Correspondents' Dinner as a security concern. Assistant Attorney General Brett Shumate has given the National Trust for Historic Preservation until Monday to drop the suit. Iran's Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi has arrived in St. Petersburg, Russia. Iranian state news agency IRNA posted on Telegram that Araghchi arrived early on Monday morning with the aim of meeting and holding talks with Russian President Vladimir Putin. Moscow's TASS news agency confirmed earlier that Putin plans to meet Araghchi, citing Kremlin spokesperson Peskov. On Saturday, Araghchi met Pakistan's military chief Asim Munir, Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif and Foreign Minister Ishaq Dar before travelling to Oman and returning to Islamabad. Ibrahim Razai, who is serving as spokesperson for Iran's National Security and Foreign Policy Commission, has claimed that Pakistan lacks the credibility required for mediation. In a statement on X, he described Islamabad as a good neighbor and friend, but argued it is not suitable intermediary and tends to align with U.S. interests. U.S. President Donald Trump has said he has good conversations with Russian President Vladimir Putin and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky as he aims to settle the over 4-year-long war. In an interview with Fox News, Trump said his team is working on the situation, adding that peace would be achieved soon. He called the hatred between Putin and Zelensky ridiculous. The U.S. president said, and I'm quoting him here, "It's crazy, and hate is a bad thing when you're trying to settle something, but it will happen." Trump had vowed to end the war that began in February of 2022, but more than a year into his second term, the conflict continues. Russia and Ukraine continue to exchange fire. 5 people were killed across Ukraine after Moscow launched more than 100 drones on the intervening night of Saturday and Sunday. A devastating explosives attack on the Pan-American highway in southwestern Colombia has left at least 19 people dead and dozens more injured. The attack, which occurred on Saturday, is being described as one of the deadliest acts of domestic terrorism in recent years. Assailants reportedly blocked the highway with a bus and another vehicle to halt traffic. Once a queue of civilian vehicles had formed, an explosive device was detonated. The government blamed a dissident faction of the former FARC guerrilla group for the bombing. The U.S. military has said that 3 men were killed when it struck a boat engaged in narco-trafficking operations in the eastern Pacific Ocean. This latest strike, which follows dozens of similar attacks in recent months, brings the U.S. campaign's death toll to at least 185. As with many previous attacks, the U.S. military's Southern Command said on X that the boat hit was operated by designated terrorist organizations and that intelligence confirmed the vessel was transiting along known narco-trafficking routes. The Trump administration has not provided definitive evidence that the vessels it has been striking since September are involved in drug trafficking, prompting debate about the legality of the operations. Buckingham Palace said King Charles's state visit to the U.S. will go ahead as planned on Monday, despite a shooting at a White House dinner attended by President Donald Trump. Charles and his wife, Queen Camilla, are due to arrive on Monday for a 4-day state visit, but questions arose after a man opened fire on security personnel near the White House Correspondents Association dinner on Saturday. Lebanon's health ministry said Israeli strikes on the country's south killed 14 people despite a ceasefire in the Israel-Hezbollah war that was recently extended. The ministry in a statement said the dead included 2 women and 2 children, adding that 37 other people were wounded. The escalation comes as both sides tread fresh accusations of violating the fragile truce. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said the military is acting vigorously against Hezbollah, while the group has vowed to continue responding to what it calls ongoing violations. Former Prime Ministers Naftali Bennett and Yair Lapid announced they will run on a joint list in this year's elections, this in a move aimed at unseating incumbent Benjamin Netanyahu. Bennett said that if elected, he would establish a national commission of inquiry into the failures leading up to the October 7, 2023 Hamas attack. Bennett and Lapid have been outspoken critics of Netanyahu's handling of the country's wars since that attack. Lapid had labeled the recent 2-week ceasefire agreed with Iran a political disaster. A major earthquake of 6.1 magnitude on the Richter scale struck northern Japan. According to the U.S. Geological Survey, the quake hit 18 kilometers west of Sarabetsu town, which is located in Hokkaido. The depth of the earthquake was 81 kilometers. There were no immediate reports of fatalities or major damage. Mali's authorities declared 2 days of national mourning after Defense Minister Sadio Kamara was killed in an attack near Bamako that officials blamed on jihadist fighters. The measure was announced on state broadcaster ORTM by government spokesman General, who said flags would be flown at half-mast across the country. Kamara was injured during intense clashes and taken to the hospital, where he later succumbed to his wounds. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un inaugurated a memorial hall in Pyongyang honoring soldiers who supported Russia's war efforts against Ukraine on Sunday. This as the country marked the first anniversary of Russia's declaration that it had what it called liberated the border region of Kursk. The state-owned Korean Central News Agency reported that Kim and senior officials from Russia and North Korea attended the opening ceremony of the Memorial Museum of Combat Feats for Overseas Military Operations. Activist Sonam Wangchuk has called for constructive and meaningful dialogue with the Union Home Ministry during Home Minister Amit Shah's expected visit to Ladakh. Wangchuk emphasized that subcommittee meetings with officials have not yielded decisions. He demanded that Home Minister Amit Shah personally chair meetings with the lab and KDA leaders during his visit to Ladakh to ensure concrete results. Wangchuk, representing the apex body and working alongside the Kargil Democratic Alliance, is seeking resolution to the long-standing demands for statehood and inclusion under the 6th schedule of the Constitution. Amid elections in West Bengal, tensions reached a fever pitch as violent clashes broke out between the ruling TMC and the opposition BJP workers outside a police station in North 24 Praganas. Reports suggest a dispute over campaign banners escalated into a full-scale confrontation involving stone pelting. Prime Minister Narendra Modi is scheduled to hold a public meeting in the region today. A forest fire has been reported near the Seshachalam Hills in Andhra Pradesh's Tirupati. Reports say the fire is spreading rapidly due to intense heat and officials are on high alert. Thick smoke and flames were visible from residential areas of the city, sparking concern among residents and pilgrims in nearby areas. India is currently experiencing an intense heat wave that has placed the nation at the epicenter of a global climate emergency. According to recent data, 98 of the world's 100 hottest cities are presently located within India. This highlights the unprecedented scale of this thermal crisis. Temperatures have routinely breached the 40 degrees Celsius mark across vast swathes of the country, with several stations in Rajasthan and Uttar Pradesh nearing scorching highs of 45 degrees Celsius. Devastating floodwaters have submerged vast stretches of agricultural land and destroyed numerous homes across northwestern Syria following unrelenting heavy rainfall that pushed the Al-Shia dam beyond its capacity. The resulting overflow has triggered a humanitarian crisis in the region, devastating the livelihoods of farming communities and displacing families in multiple vulnerable villages, with Mehmat al-Dir among the hardest hit areas. A massive wildfire in southeastern Georgia has now spread to more than 31 square miles and triggered urgent evacuation warnings for residents in the path of the flames. The Highway 82 fire in Brantley County has destroyed at least 87 homes and remains only 7% contained. Officials report that the blaze doubled in size overnight due to gusty winds and extreme drought conditions, which have been exacerbated by dried debris left behind by Hurricane Helene. Governor Brian Kemp has declared a state of emergency for 91 counties as hundreds of firefighters battle more than 150 active wildfires across Georgia and northern Florida. Anthropic has tested an experimental AI-driven marketplace where AI agents acted as buyers and sellers, completing real transactions using real money. The pilot, called Project Deal, involved 69 employees given a $100 budget each, resulting in 186 deals worth over $4,000. The company ran multiple marketplaces using different AI models, including one with its most advanced system, where all deals were honored. Results showed more advanced AI agents delivered better outcomes, but users were unable to identify these differences, raising concerns over hidden agent quality gaps. A report by Asahi Shimbun, one of Japan's leading newspapers, has revealed that creators are using AI to mass-produce anti-China videos on social media. The investigation found that platform CrowdWorks recruited people to fabricate stories, often depicting Chinese individuals in a negative light. Some creators admitted they had never visited China, but produced such content for higher pay. As demand for negative videos grew, experts say the trend reflects the attention economy, where content that triggers strong emotions generates more views and revenue. Asia-Pacific markets rose on Monday as investors looked past stalled US-Iran talks, even as West Asia tensions pushed oil prices higher. Japan's Nikkei 225 surged 1.4% to a record high, while South Korea's Kospi climbed 1.83%, also hitting a new peak. Mainland China's CSI 300 edged higher after industrial profits showed strong double-digit growth, signaling improved corporate momentum. Australia's ASX 200 slipped, while Hong Kong was little changed. Despite escalating geopolitical risks and higher oil prices, global equities held firm, with US futures only slightly lower as sentiment remained resilient. Oil prices rose more than 2% on Monday, with Brent crude hitting a 3-week high as stalled Iran-US peace talks raised concerns over prolonged disruptions to East Asian energy supplies. Brent crude climbed over $107 per barrel, while US crude also gained more than 2% amid escalating tensions. Iran's Revolutionary Guard reportedly boarded 2 cargo ships near the Strait of Hormuz, heightening risks in a critical global shipping route. Diplomatic efforts stalled after the US cancelled envoy travel to Pakistan, with both sides signaling no immediate plans for direct talks. Analysts warn that continued geopolitical tensions could keep oil prices elevated, adding pressure on global economic growth and central bank policy making in the months ahead. Gold prices fell on Monday as a stronger US dollar and rising oil prices pressured sentiment amid stalled peace talks. Spot gold slipped to about $4,700 per ounce, while US futures also declined as investors reassessed rate cut expectations. The decline was driven by concerns that higher oil prices could fuel inflation, keeping interest rates elevated for longer and reducing gold's attractiveness as a non-yielding asset. Geopolitical tensions in West Asia continue to support oil, adding volatility to global markets and weighing on precious metal sentiment. China's industrial profits rose sharply in early 2026, boosted by a pickup in factory output and signs of reflation that helped offset earlier cost pressures. Profits jumped over 15% year-on-year, marking the strongest start to a year in several years and signaling a modest recovery in the industrial sector. Higher commodity prices and improving producer prices supported earnings, though rising energy costs linked to West Asia tensions continue to squeeze margins. Despite the gains, weak domestic demand and intense competition remain key risks, with analysts warning that sustained cost pressures could slow profit momentum in the months ahead. Michael, the highly anticipated Michael Jackson biopic, has moonwalked straight to the top of the charts. The movie has scripted history with a collection of $217.4 million. The Jafar Jackson movie surpassed the existing records of Oppenheimer and Bohemian Rhapsody to become the biggest global opener for a biopic in cinema history. The Super Mario Galaxy movie celebrated another colossal win. The animated sequel has officially crossed the $800 million mark worldwide. The movie recently released in Japan, where it earned $11 million. This was one of the best opening for an American film in the market. Much like its predecessor, the movie is on its way to become the next billion-dollar hit. Christopher Borgle's R-rated romantic comedy, The Drama, starring Zendaya and Robert Pattinson, has proved it has serious legs. Budgeted at just $28 million, the film has surpassed the $100 million milestone globally. The movie's total collection now stands at $101 million. Gujarat Titans defeated Chennai Super Kings by 8 wickets in their IPL encounter. Gujarat won the toss and elected to bowl first, a decision that paid off immediately. Chennai suffered another top-order collapse, slipping to 37 for 4 in 8.2 overs. Despite captain Ruturaj Gaikwad's unbeaten 74 of 60 balls, they could only post 158 for 7. In reply, Gujarat chased down the target in 15.4 overs. Sai Sudarshan started with 87 of 46 balls. With the win, Gujarat moved up to 5th in the table with their 4th victory in 8 matches. Chennai, meanwhile, suffered their 5th defeat in 8 games and slipped to 6th with 6 points.